So we're back and it continues to snow. We're looking at anywhere from another 4 to 11 inches yet today. We could end up with a foot if it stops now. We could end up with 2 feet. We could end up with 3 feet. I only have 2 feet myself, but we won't go there. And of course we saw the other day, if you watched our magnificent one on, what were we talking about? Moncton, right? With Moncton, I had a snow shovel and I was mocking myself. Well, after shoveling the driveway today, and as I got done with it, I looked behind it and it was already recovered. So the mocking wasn't so good. Great Kitty's favorite 2 things in the world: dice, a blue dice and a white dice. For our friend Sam Kessler, one of the best students I ever had. What are these, Miss Katie?
Baggies.
Baggies. And what kind of baggies have you bought me lately for our games?
With the quart size Ziploc.
Ziplocs, because I love Ziplocs. Now before we get into the game, let's talk about books. Because I packed up most of my books, but we won't go there tonight. We have David Gates, The Spanish Ulcer. This became, hi black man, The Spanish Ulcer, and reading on the Peninsula Campaign and what went on in Spain was when I was writing my book while in SOF on the War on Terror. It wasn't until the War on Terror where I got interested in the Spanish Ulcer. And of course, then there's Charles Esdale's The Peninsula War. 2 magnificent works, both easy, and we now have Mittens. We get photobombed often, don't we, folks? Alright, Mittens, let's go. Mittens will be back beside me at nap time shortly. Now, there are lots of things in this game. And by things, I mean lots of things and lots of good paperwork. There are counters, which may be a little glary here, and you'll see them closer to me. 1 counter sheet, and it's funny to see pink counters. This reminds me of Battle Lines game of the Spanish Civil War. 1 sheet of counters, and I will put my glasses on because these are the French Imperial Eagles, and we have leaders running across the top. A little small, but the printing on it is very good on the back. The names are a little harder for me to read on the front because of the yellow print. A little hard to read. Yeah, maybe if I had my better reading glasses on rather than my game birth control glasses. Another sheet, generic infantry and such. When you get into probably attrition, supply, areas being devoid of things. We have British and Spanish, and we've got more Spanish and more markers. So how many counter sheets do we have in all? 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 counter sheets, very colorful, very well rendered. We have their Age of Muskets series rules. The series rules are 19 pages. Much easier than John Bannerman's series rules for his very nice World War II series. Tomb for an Empire, though, goes 44 pages. But a lot of that is, we have exclusive rules and scenarios. Scenarios are nicely set up, and he also has works in here. Of course, one of which is David Gates. So, surprisingly, he is Paddy Griffith's Wellington Commander. I suppose Paddy's such a homer for the British, who wrote a very good book on the British Army in World War I. Nice example of play here. I like when folks do that. Very wordy, but very concise. We went through this one earlier when we broke everything out. Of course, we know how I feel about play rate charts. One for each player, your attrition tables, your activities tables, such as siege, blockade, depot creation, rest, Miss Katie's favorite, requisition, fortify, march, repair, and blow bridge. I like blowing bridges because I did the best in the engineering portion in my armor basic course, and you know what the reward was? You got to blow up the bridge, because then they would have National Guard come back in for training and rebuild the bridge that the armor guys blew up every class. Artillery bombardment table, pursuit table, battle sequence. The battle sequence, as you'll notice here, hi Gray Kitty, or Mittens, is a bit long. We'll get Mittens out of here. Same player chart number 3. Leaders. Look how many leaders there are. Look how many allied leaders there are. There's a lot. Imperial leaders. Not starships and not troopers from Star Wars. Not those kind of imperial. Allied leaders. And control sheets, markers, display cards. This is a very well thought out game, but could take up a lot of space. And of course I will sort of put the map together here for you to see. It's a very, very colorful map. I will not have it quite right because I didn't want to tape it together here. So you'll have to excuse me a little bit for it. It may be a little bit glary, and if it is, well, that's Miss Katie's fault, isn't it? Because we know it has to be Miss Katie's fault because, well, it couldn't be mine.
Robert.
Yeah, I'll pay for that later too, folks. Now, the total map sort of looks like, we'll see if we can get this put together. Maybe I should have taped it. Too late for that. Total map sort of looks kind of like this. Single map sheet. I like this kind of look. It's not quite a historical map, but close to it. And who does another nice job with this? I'll mark it noted in my review thing. But attractive map. Fun, colorful, nice cities, and of course, Madrid. So there you have it, folks. We want to thank these guys for sending us the game, because who's the company? Let's look here. Would this be Bellica 3rd Generation? They've sent us a number of games, and we talk to them on a fairly regular basis because he's a professor like I am. So thank you as always. You notice outside it's still snowing. You can't see that, but I can because I'm going to have to go shovel again. I'm looking forward to playing this one. It's in the queue, but right now we are playing, of course, what? What did we do the last video on? Mukden. So Mukden from S&T 326 is first, and this is in the queue. So as always, folks, what do we say, Miss Katie?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, and we always say what to them? Thank you for watching. Thanks, folks. Bye.